Speculation swirls about Hillary Clinton's health. What's wrong with her?
Brain damage that can have effects on thinking, on memory, on gait, on how you walk, on dizziness, on balance. That's a possibility that we need to see the records of. We need to see the records of anyone that's around the age of 70.
While the world watched Donald Trump stumble his way onto the literal metaphor of his political campaign, Fox News host Sean Hannity decided it would be a good idea to play the clip of the former President Donald Trump stumbling over and over again before claiming the, quote, iconic epic moment would be remembered fondly for a long time.
And treasure. And today in Wisconsin, take a look at that. This may go down as an iconic epic moment that we will remember for a long time. They are saying it about Donald Trump supporters. They are saying it about half the country. And this is on the heels of the, quote, unity speech.
Well, careful what you wish for there, Sean. As it turns out, The Daily Show decided they would dig deep into the archives of 2016 when Fox News thought it was their journalistic duty to designate endless hours on Hillary Clinton's health. So in genius fashion, they just plucked that commentary and played it over Trump failing upward. Another also on-the-nose allegory for this man's life.
Speculation swirls about Hillary Clinton's health. What's wrong with her?
Brain damage that can have effects on thinking, on memory, on gait, on how you walk, on dizziness. We need to see the records of anyone that's around the age of 70.
There's certainly some neurologic issue going on.
Is that video we're showing a seizure?
Well,
maybe.
It certainly could be.
Watch it closely here. I mean, it's a violent, repetitive.
Now, while Hannity and co were basking in the genius of Trump trying to open the door to a garbage truck, the rest of us were thinking back to the countless hours that Fox have spent on Joe Biden's ability to descend Air Force One.
Joe Biden is not my dad. This is not America's problem. This is the responsibility of a horrendous family ignoring a huge responsibility for the sake of preserving their power. They're forcing this problem on 300 million strangers. You know, and I think what's missing here is shaming them for what they're doing. They're acting like they're going to get away with this. And the fight isn't over 2024. The fight is over his resignation. You can't focus on the election because that's what Dr. Evil wants you to do. He's not fit to be president right now. So if they don't replace him this week or next week, what is that telling you? That tells you that they're comfortable with him not being in charge and that he's not been in charge for a while because they don't see it as a big deal if he's not present now. The stock market's not even breaking a sweat. So clearly all the people in power know that somebody else is pulling the levers. It's kind of strange. It's like over the intercom, somebody telling you in a jet airliner, both pilots have had cardiac arrests, but don't worry. The plane practically flies itself.
But despite a plethora of videos circulating across social media showing the former president stumbling, looking worse for wear and dragging his leg, Fox haven't said a peep on the matter.
I have some too. Absolutely.
Nor have they took issue with the fact that with the presidential election just days away, Trump has just blatantly refused to release his medical records despite numerous worrying signs.
Mr. President, will you release your health records?
Yeah, my health records, I've done 5 exams over the last 4 years. You've got them all. Obviously, I'm in the middle of a very big and very contentious fight. We're leading. I've given my health exams. I've also done cognitive tests twice, and I've aced them, meaning a perfect score. I want to see her do a cognitive test because she couldn't ace because she wasn't born smart. All right, thank you.
And of course, calls for Trump's medical records have gained a new urgency after this video surfaced, but even before that, with countless examples of him confusing names, places, women he once assaulted, over 200 mental health professionals signed an open letter highlighting grave concerns for his mental and cognitive health. These professionals warned that if their suspicions and observations were correct, the results of a neurological evaluation would likely be disqualifying for Trump in terms of the presidential election.
Hey, Ali, give me a quick update on what we're learning about the vice president's health today.
We saw this new letter from the vice president's White House physician this morning, revealing in this letter that according to her recent blood work as well as her physical, this doctor is saying that she is, quote, a healthy 59-year-old female, saying that she suffers from mild nearsightedness and as well as seasonal allergies. But he concludes in this letter that she possesses the physical and mental resiliency to successfully execute the duties of the presidency. Alex, the timing of this, no coincidence. This is all in an effort to really draw this contrast as we continue to see the Harris team do between her and former President Trump, who, after repeated requests and repeatedly talking about these medical records, he still has not revealed those medical records, Alex.
And listen, I hate all this speculation, right? I typically don't get involved when it comes to speculating on the health of individuals. But, you know, if there's one exception, it's when that person could be the president of the United States. Not to forget how conservatives have just self-diagnosed Joe Biden more times than Trump has weaved in his speeches.
I mean, why can't the president just say, I'll take a cognitive test. I am the commander-in-chief. I have access to the nuclear codes. I think that you Americans deserve this. You deserve to know whether I'm okay, and I'm so convinced I'm okay that I'm going to confirm it. But they won't do it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that they're afraid of the results. And that is an insult to the American people. It's all about the Bidens. And the truth is, he could waive any of these results. And I remember the kerfuffle today involved whether or not he saw a doctor after the debate. Did he see a doctor? And then Karine Jean-Pierre says no, but she says, yeah, they had like a medical review, a telecall or something. It wasn't a physical examination. That it's kind of like a whatever they call these health calls. But the truth is, she then talks about every time the president works out, there's a medical unit down the hall that monitors everything he does. So you've got that medical unit. Why can't they tell us if he's got COVID or if he doesn't have COVID? And he says he doesn't have COVID. But at the end of the day, he's got a lethal wound. He goes on Stephanopoulos. He says he doesn't remember if he rewatched the debate. He asked him, Stephanopoulos asked him, did you watch yourself in the debate? Well, I don't know. But he's in it till the end.
And I mean, transparency is important, right? That's why Kamala Harris has accepted the responsibility and released her medical records, while Joe Biden, of course, stepped out of the presidential race due to concerns over his age and health.
A letter from her physician stated she was in excellent health and possesses the physical and mental resiliency to serve as president, and only noted a few minor issues, including seasonal allergies and hives.
Today I released my medical records, as has, I believe, every candidate for president of the United States except Donald Trump in this election cycle.
The Trump campaign responded with a statement that described the 78-year-old former president in perfect and excellent health to be commander-in-chief and pointed to previous letters from his doctors. But earlier this year, Trump told CBS News he would make his medical records public.
Oh, sure. I would do that very gladly, sure.
Meanwhile, Trump, well, he just blatantly refuses. But after this video, it seems he can't avoid it, no matter how much he wants to.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.